to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcasts are back, talking all things of the week that was in professional wrestling. I'm Brian with this special announcement. Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper.
It's not funny because you couldn't finish the song.
Please tell me you've
laughing.
Please tell me you've seen that commercial though a billion times.
No idea what you're talking about.
Have it your way. Yeah,
we rule. We didn't pay for that, and they didn't pay us for that. So I'm Jason, and I am that guy.
And I am Joe, who has been successfully dyeing his roots black since 2015.
Wow,
not very well. Very well.
No, just the roots. Just the roots.
Not that well. Not that well.
Man. Salt and pepper, baby. Salt and pepper. Kevin should be joining us in a little bit.
You know what's crazy? He's at a team building event.
But he's ditching the team.
He's missing us. Yeah, he's ditching the team.
That is true. That is true. Look where the priorities lie.
God damn it, Kevin.
Exactly.
What? Yeah. All right.
Damn it, Kevin.
Might have to have the trial of Kevin Cox later on this episode.
Well, I'm not getting up. I got my thumb ready to give him the split.
So we might as well just get into it. Monday night, the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. Everyone hyped for it. It was the highest rated, most watched Raw since February of 2020. So people were pumped. On the night, we had Hulk Hogan open the show, the trial of Sami Zayn, tag team title match, Becky Bayley steel cage, DX segment with Imperium, and the U.S. title match with Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley with the returning Brock Lesnar. Guys, just give us your highlights, any low nights of the night, and we'll just get all into it.
I can't wait for Kurt Angle to show up as a member of Toxic Attraction at Raw 60. That'll be sweet. That'll be sweet.
Very
Kurt
cool.
Angle has been an honorary member of the Shield and DX now in the past 10 years.
And
Yes.
Mattel made a figure of Kurt Angle in the Shield apparel.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And I have it signed by the
Nice.
Olympic gold medalist. Yes.
That's awesome.
It's in storage, but I do have it. So Raw 30 was fun. I felt like it was a anything can happen kind of night. The DX stuff, we just had it 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Did we really need it again? I would have rather
Yes.
seen you think we did need it?
Yes.
Joe.
I think we needed it. I think we needed
Wow.
it because it set the precedent of the difference between Raw 25 and Raw 30. Raw 25 or Raw 20 was the legends going over the current roster. This one was the legends putting over the current roster. DX and beat up the Revival this time. They all admitted to being old and having issues, and Road Dogg just being big. But yeah, we're gonna let Kurt do it. No, we're not. So I think DX was definitely needed for this one because it showed the change of the
Passing
leadership.
of the torch. Yeah.
The passing of the torch. It was no longer NWO going over no, it wasn't the Acclaim. What were the tag team called?
No,
The Revival. Yeah.
No, not the Revival. Remember NWO went over it was Victor and Connor. Who were they?
Ascension.
The Ascension. Remember
Okay.
that? And then you had the DX and Balor going over the Revival. This one,
Right.
DX did not step up to Imperium, so it was them passing the torch to the new group. I think it was needed.
So I would like to play a little game. Remember when we had that Metallica moment about 6 months ago?
Yes, all the songs.
I would like to play something similar to that. What did The Undertaker say to Bray Wyatt? I'll start first. Where's the beef?
Joe, you want to go?
No, you can go next. I'm thinking.
All right, I'll go. D's nuts.
I actually found some hidden footage of that, and I'd like to play what I found, what The Undertaker had to say. Let's take a listen and a watch.
Oh.
Well, I can't top this now.
And the Kings are in first place over the reigning champ Warriors. Or
Like,
did he say?
Jason is not one to mess with. He is so much better than I am.
So those are what my sources gave me when they enhanced the audio. Yes.
You know, the best part of that was we didn't know you were going to do that.
I know. That was planned for later in the show, but you led right into it, homie. We're rolling. That's great.
You know, I did enjoy seeing the American Badass with LA Knight, and I really think that LA Knight is going to be the guy. I feel like he is getting the push that Mr. Kennedy was going to get before he got hurt. And I'm okay with that. LA Knight is a superstar. And a lot of people are critical. It's like, oh, he's just trying to be Stone Cold in The Rock. Well, they did all right. So if that's what he's doing, he's on the right path.
I don't see it. I don't see Stone Cold or The Rock with him.
I do.
I see him
in
his
microphone cadence. I do.
Yeah.
I guess, but that's like that's reaching for something just to criticize, and this is coming from me. But I'm definitely. I think
you don't
he's
like Raw, man.
No, I do, and I've been liking Raw for like the past year. But no, I think LA Knight's a future star. Every time he's on, I'm like, yeah.
Let me talk to you.
You know, everybody seems to be pretty happy about Monday Night Raw 30, except the Bella twins. They went to social media and were kind of bitchy. I feel like they were in Brie mode, aka they were hammered. And
they were.
You know, the Bella twins were a big part of Raw, but I still don't understand how they're in the Hall of Fame before Cyndi Lauper. Miss Elizabeth. There's a lot more female talent from over the years that should be in the Hall of Fame before the Bellas. Bellas are great. Nikki's marriage show
Victoria
kicked off last night. Victoria's another one. I feel like Nikki Bella, everything is a work with her. The baby, the marriage, everything. And I don't know if she actually got married or not. The teasers for Nikki Says I Do makes it look like the bride danced his way out of the wedding. Get it? Because he's a dancer.
From
Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. You mean the groom danced his way out? Because you said the bride danced his way out.
Nevertheless,
it's all work. It's all a work.
I mean, I saw her complaints about just like the only woman legend there was Medusa, Alundra Blaze. No flashbacks of Paige and Sasha Banks. Although I think they threw Sasha
did show up, or in a video, of course.
Right. There was videos of it.
Yeah, there were some videos, and I think it was partly too because of what happened with that cage match not happening. Right, that just exasperated it. But that's how it happens, right?
Has something come out of why that match didn't happen? Did Becky get hurt?
No. What
happened?
I
read was
go ahead, Joe.
The trial went longer than it was scheduled to go.
So when you have the good thing about the trial, it was commercial free. So, and that was better than what this cage match probably would have been. It would have been a good match, not as good as the trial of Sami Zayn.
So they did the ending of what was going to happen with the trial anyway. With the cage match anyway, to set up a future match.
Yeah.
From what I've read, I wasn't obviously in the meeting, but I mean, when you got gold like that with the trial, you got to freaking just keep going with it.
Was that segment better than The Rock, This Is Your Life with Mick Foley?
Yes.
I'd probably.
You think it was?
Yes.
Wow. I don't think so.
The crowd all getting up and putting their ones in the air, and Jimmy joining Jay.
They do that every week.
That was
the crowd was all into it, and like everyone played their part perfectly. Roman given the look of like, am I losing this? Heyman for some reason turning his back on him. Like I wasn't looking forward to it, and it just like I wanted it to go on for another 30 minutes.
Well, Brian, you were tweeting about Heyman. You had some high praise for Paul Heyman.
Yeah, well, so they're in Philadelphia, and of course the ECW chants start up, which again, I don't know, maybe he expected it because it's Paul Heyman and it's ECW, but to the fact that he could work that into his dialogue to Roman and say ECW is dead, and I wish Sami Zayn was. Holy cow, that's hilarious. And then the Brock Purdy.
Yes.
Yeah. The Eagles are going to lose to Brock Purdy. Like mind blowing stuff.
Perfect world right there. Everything fell into place for that one.
I love the trial, guys. I mean, when we had the preview last week, it was the bloodline acknowledgement ceremony. Is The Rock gonna come? And so when we heard it got changed and it's gonna be this trial, I guess I was thinking back to like the trial of Eric Bischoff, which was like silly things and stuff like that. So I didn't expect it to be how it was, where Paul was the prosecution and having these exhibits that I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that. Why was he running away from Drew beating down the Usos and stuff like that? And
why was he doing For Life on top of the cage?
Yeah,
like this is long-term storytelling at its finest, unlike like anything else they've done in years.
Yeah, and I when Solo put the spike up and Jay grabbed the arm, I gasped, guys. I literally was like, whoa! I couldn't believe it. And I just had the light bulb like really go off. I know he's like in the background a lot in this story, but Jey Uso is the fucking man. My God, is he good? Every time he's like steps up to have mic work or character work, he knocks it out of the park. And his speech about how Sammy saw the good in him and like a brother, it was so good. I've watched it like 4 times since then, man. Guys, I'm over the moon with it. And of course, it led into that tag match where Jay, I know you said it at some point of like, have Sami Zayn get in there into the match. And when he got on the mic and said, it's like, Sami Uso's good to go. Let me in the match. It was amazing. So good.
I did it for the Judgment Day last week. I'm going to do it for the Bloodline this week. And the Bloodline were the good guys during that match. They were not fighting.
Yeah, they had to
heels.
be. Yeah,
they were they were the faces throughout the whole match. I loved the first hour of Raw. I loved the whole show.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was a lot of fun. A couple other quick questions I wanted to throw at you guys from this show. Joe, were you disappointed at all that some of those biggest names like Austin and The Rock didn't appear?
No, because I didn't notice they weren't there.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I was not disappointed. I was definitely not disappointed The Rock would have showed up, because The Rock would have, like, I love The Rock. I'm wearing a Rock hoodie right now. I love The Rock, but his star is so bright, it would have taken over the whole show.
Yeah.
It's all it would have been talked about. So I'm glad that he wasn't there. And Austin, I didn't even notice that he wasn't there, but now it's like, I kind of wish he was, but I can't say I'm upset about it.
What's good is we're going to probably get them in 3 months at WrestleMania.
We're gonna get into some Austin stuff in a second. A question for you, Jay. When Triple H said that line in the DX Imperium confrontation of that, like, hey, booking is hard. Were you like me and worried we were about to hear no chance in hell and here comes Vince? Because I was like, holy shit, it's coming. No, okay.
Not for a second.
All right, good for you.
Not for a second.
Teddy Long came out, holla holla. So
that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah.
Did you guys hear it? Yeah. Triple H giving direction in the ring, because I saw that on a video 2 days ago.
Maybe one time was he like stand here or something?
He told
to that effect?
Sean, hard camera side, stop putting your back to the camera when Teddy Long came out. Like, rewatch it, because he has the mic in his hand and then he put it down. But since it was down low, you could sort of pick up on the your back to the hard camera. So when they cut back to DX, Sean is like being very dramatic with this.
Okay.
Like, which cameras, like, rewatch that segment again, like, listen for it when Teddy Long comes out, and then Sean over exaggerating his direction.
Yeah, that's funny. Even the pros still gotta have reminders now and again of what exactly to do. I'll tell you what though, because I know it's not reality, but that was a pretty nice HBK chant when he had to step up to Gunther. It was like, come on. And of course he bowed out immediately, because that's the funny part of the bit. But I was like, oh, okay. But
what did X-Pac have? Shin splits?
Shin splits, really bad case of shin splits. That was good. I'll get around.
X-Pac tweeted today, he's been eating whatever he's wanted for the last 8 months, so he's not going to be at the Royal Rumble. I'm okay with him not being in the Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, that's fine.
He can wait.
we had a good appearance from him, and yeah, good show all around. A lot of fun for 30 years. But yeah, I touched on it there with the question for Joe. Maybe the reason Steve Austin wasn't there was because there's rumors flying around for him to have a match at WrestleMania. The two rumors that kind of came out this past week. Number one, he had a significant financial offer to face Roman Reigns. And number two, an idea was pitched for him to face Brock. Do you guys prefer either of these rumors if you had to pick one, or do you have maybe someone else in mind you'd like to see Steve Austin face at Mania? Jay?
I got two. John Cena, Logan Paul.
Wow, I like both of those.
Or triple threat. John Cena, Logan Paul, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That could be fun. And that might actually be the way to go. So when you do triple threat, he's on the outside and he has like a 5-minute break, which at Austin's age
could work.
Probably a needed thing.
Heard it here first.
I like it. Joe, excuse me.
Hi, I'm
Jay
Joe.
Joe.
I would actually like to see Austin versus LA Knight. That's who I
was
would
thinking
want to see.
that too, Joe. Yeah.
Because I know they're setting up after the end of Raw, like Brock versus Lashley, but I really like the rumors of Brock versus Gunther. I think that would be like that would be way better. The slap suplex.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like 8 minutes of glory for that match.
And get the Intercontinental title off Gunther, then have him and Brock go. They don't need the fight for the Intercontinental title.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if they did, Brock's never had the Intercontinental Championship. No. Why not? Who cares? He doesn't need a championship, but I would love to see Brock versus Gunther. I think it would make Gunther win or lose.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be a fun one.
But if Austin was to come back, I wouldn't want to see him with Roman Reigns or Brock. I would like to see him against either LA Knight or maybe even Austin Theory.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a bit of an interaction last year at WrestleMania.
Yes,
so that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's long-term booking.
That's another one. Get the title off Theory and then do it there.
Need to showcase them like that. Yeah.
And that would showcase the future too. And if they do it like they did Raw 30, where the legends are actually putting over
Austin
future.
Doesn't lose at WrestleMania. No way. If he wrestles this year, he wins. Heard it here first.
Even him winning, he like Owens made out with that. So
that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler there, Jay.
I
think so too. I think that's a pretty safe
he lost
bet.
He lost WrestleMania 19 against The Rock.
Yeah, that wasn't his last match.
I know it wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
it was for the longest of times, but no longer. You guys.
What about you, Brian? Who would you like to see him face? Because we already said ours.
The Roman idea, like the thing about Roman and Rock for the title has always been like, but Rock isn't gonna be a champion and be there every week. And so Steve Austin kind of falls into that same category. And I'd put it even lower than The Rock because, of course, The Rock at least has the whole bloodline, family, Samoan dynasty angles to play off of. Austin would just be like, hey, I'm Stone Cold. Gonna whoop your ass, right? And of course it'd be amazing. But yeah, I don't like the story. Brock, I can see. I like that. And yeah, in the back of my head, I had hey, if you want to go with the out of the box one and you want to make somebody, I'd go with LA Knight. Because the promo work between those guys, I mean, just to get a 1 minute straight of yeah, exactly, like that would be just gold by itself. So yeah, that's kind of where my head's leaning. And I guess the fun part is no real inkling of which way it's going to go. So that's all right with me, man, to find out as we get on the road to WrestleMania. Pulled this one out kind of in contrast to the Nikki Bella stuff, right? That we were just talking about, give the women their chance and everything else. What happened? What did I say? What of it?
Go ahead, Brian. Continue the show.
Was it pulling one out? Is that what I said to the women? All right. Jeez, real mature guys. But yeah, a lot of talk about how they were not used properly on Monday. You look at NXT on Tuesday. and I think they had like 4 women's matches on Tuesday. It was
So
like
good.
so good.
Really good.
And just seeing a lot of people online talk about just how talented right now a lot of these new NXT talents are for the female division. The 2 from Wednesday night that I think really got the shine, Tiffany Stratton and Sol Ruka. Jay, you especially keep an eye on NXT. Talk about kind of where you think the NXT women's division is and who stood out to you.
I think Tiffany Stratton could be up there with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch.
That's awesome.
Roxanne Perez is the underdog champ is great. And, that damn Toxic Attraction swerved everyone. We thought they were going at each other, and it was all a big ruse to beat down Roxanne at the end of the match. Booker T on commentary is still not doing it for me. But at the end of NXT, they did a Nikita Lyons injury storyline. And it was like, who did this? Of course, it was in the dreaded NXT parking lot. And who did this? Zoe Stark was walking right behind her. Nobody saw her.
Oh, geez. And they've been feuding.
Yeah. So I believe Nikita Lyons' injury is going to be having her out of action for a while. But what I didn't really enjoy, I don't love that the NXT tag champs are Caden and Carter, or Katana and Carter. I don't know. They're like 3 feet tall. And, they have one plucky underdog champion in Roxanne Perez. Let the other 2 lose the belts and, just move on. I think they went against Alba Fire in a 2-on-1 match. And then that's when Sol Ruka came out and, tried to help, which didn't really help in the long run. But NXT's women division is unreal. Impact's knockout division is the real women's evolution. And now the NXT's in that boat with the same level. Wendy Chu is another one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. I didn't know she was that creepy, like Chinese god, like 2 years ago. I didn't know that was Wendy Chu.
Yeah, that faction that they had where she was face paint and
unbelievable.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, I did too.
If you're not watching NXT, what's wrong with you? It's so good right now, and that's just the women. Give me an all-women's NXT show, and I'm down for that. And Thea Hale.
Yes, that was
she
the
got
other
her
one.
first win. Mm-hmm. She got her award, which then JD McDonough broke everything up. And what's weird? I've been known to buy a wrestling T-shirt from time to time. Mm-hmm. On WWE shop website, no Chase U shirts. Kind of weird because it was there at one point. I don't know what happened. I'll blame it on Fanatics.
All sold out. Who knows?
Just not there. Not an option.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm pretty much the main NXT guy here. You guys should be watching NXT.
Joe, have you caught anybody that's caught your eye or anything of that nature?
Okay, this is where Hater Joe is going to come into play, and I don't want to because I really want. I don't see myself getting invested with any of the women or in NXT because once they get to the main roster, they fall prey to she who shall not be pinned.
It always comes back to
it. It's true. There. Okay. Did you not hear Ric Flair's freaking interview yesterday regarding when she who shall not be pinned gets the 16th championship? When John Cena and I go there to congratulate her, it will spark a 3.0 rating, and it's like. Are you kidding me?
That's a proud dad. Okay,
but,
it's okay.
No, it's still but that's the problem. SmackDown all revolves around one person, while Raw at least revolves around 3. But there's no room for anyone else
right now.
That's why I can't. Right now, I really, really, really I'm begging for these women in NXT to come up and take over, so the old guard can go away. I'm talking about more than Charlotte.
I really want a women's evolution pay-per-view again. I really think they could do that once a year. They've got more than enough women to make it, very
I think they should do it
competitive
in
and
like.
interesting.
I think they should do it in October. It's right before the Rumble. I mean, it's right before Survivor Series.
Right
It's
after SummerSlam, yeah, in the fall.
I think a fall pay-per-view of Women's Evolution should be a yearly thing. And what if that happens, then when it comes to this Saturday for the Rumble, we'll know that there's 30 capable women of winning
Now
this
there
thing.
is. And it's not going to be legends. I mean, there might be one or two returns.
I mean, it's Tori. I hope Tori Wilson will be there because she's been in every single one. And Michelle McCool.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly probably will be a part of it.
Yeah.
The Bellas won't.
Probably not
anymore.
The Bellas now.
Not anymore.
Unless they're swerving us. But
what about you, Brian? The women of NXT chances on main roster, as great as they are.
Yeah,
realistic.
I mean, I'll address your Charlotte
concern.
Yeah, Charlotte concern. I mean, I think I've went into her return as a fresh start. She's getting cheered. She's having a feud with Sonya Deville. So like, okay, I don't expect Sonya to go over, but at least that's a new face and name going to challenge her. So
but she lost. Why does she get a rematch if she lost clean?
Well, but it's not over yet, right? They're working through things. They had some backstage brawls and stuff like that. Just, hey, even just being in a program with Charlotte's going to elevate you a little bit.
Give it time. Let it play out. Let's see what happens. All of those cliches that we say about long-term storytelling.
Yeah, stamp
I have
that
no
down.
faith in anyone who goes against Charlotte. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm more open to the new Charlotte of
babyface Charlotte.
Same Charlotte. It's the same Charlotte. It's the same Charlotte. It's the same.
Yeah, but no, I getting back to the NXT women. It was eye popping. I haven't seen quite the appeal to Tiffany Stratton until this week when she did that finisher on Indy Hartwell of kind of like the rolling slam thing, and then like boing 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 moonsault. I don't know if that's probably the name of the finisher now. The boing 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 moonsault.
Boing. Yeah,
it was. I mean, it was perfect. It was spectacular. I was like, holy shit, you got something here.
Go back and watch the Lights Out match with Wendy Chu. Tiffany went away after that match for about 6 months. That Lights Out match was so good. And like I said, I think she is something special and could be up there with the Charlotte Flairs of the world.
And I like Roxanne Perez. I don't really love her finisher.
Pop Rocks?
Yeah, Pop Rocks. I think it's
great
just
name.
she's very little. She is a little girl, right? And so I get, you got to have something to have some sort of impact. So yeah, I don't know where that'll take her, but she's clearly very talented in the ring and very likable. I've done the like squint my eyes and be like, AJ Lee, is that you? Like, are you back? But no, hopefully she'll just continue on her path, man, because it's off to a good start so far.
And one that I forgot is Cora Jade.
Oh yeah, Cora's good too. Very solid.
The story they're doing where she keeps getting interrupted is very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up in the Rumble on Saturday. So yeah, NXT is in a good place, even though Joe's a hater.
Yeah.
Not a hater, concerned. I'm concerned because of how are they handling the main roster? The women.
We're not talking about the main roster right now. We're talking about the women of NXT.
I know. But
you always turn it into an anti-Charlotte situation.
Well, once she goes away, I'll probably feel more comfortable with the women's division.
He was like angry texting me on Raw when she came out to do her promo. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, this is the worst part of the show." I was like, "Take it easy, man."
Well, first of all, she brought nothing to the show. Her promo was longer than the cage match should have been. They could have cut her promo and let the cage match happen. God. What did I also say about Ric Flair? How heel of him to show up in Philadelphia wearing Steeler color suit.
Yeah, he had his black as gold jacket on in Philly.
I
said always a heel.
The jizz stained suit.
I didn't know it was that, but nevertheless,
that's what it looks like. It looked like a Bukaki suit.
Okay. How about that? Hey, that's part of Flair's collection, right? He's got his own suit line, I think. So maybe back to the drawing board on that one.
Bukkake suit in a variety of colors.
But yeah, we're all enjoying Raw 30, and
Bukkake.
Joe ends up texting me, "F her, worst part of the show." I go, take it easy. That cage match thing was bad.
Well, I thought it was worse. But the thing is, it was like I was texting you, but another friend of mine was texting me the same thing about worst part of the show. It's like, get her off the screen. So it's like I was like in full hater mode.
You were ball fire.
I was, because it's like every time she's on my TV, I want to turn the TV off.
Man,
you should do that next time.
And then I'll text. Yeah, when she comes on, turn off your TV, and I'll text you when she's off.
Well, what I do with
turn it on
SmackDown.
again.
Well, here's the thing. What I do with SmackDown is I started at 8:30 because YouTube TV says I can join it from the beginning. So that gives me a chance. I still let the commercials play, but the second I hear that music, I can fast forward the entire segment, and it never happens.
Jay, you got to hand it to him. He's devoted. It's misguided, but he's devoted.
It's not misguided.
Can we just move on?
Yes,
Joe's
please
bringing
do.
me
It's
down.
kind of like fast forwarding the DVR.
Joe's bringing me down. Can we move on, Brian?
Yeah. Well, this is.
I don't want to bring it down because I'm very positive today.
This next piece to talk about too is very positive on AEW Dynamite. The big news came out on, I believe, Tuesday, that Tony Khan was able to convince Warner Brothers Discovery to allow Mark Briscoe to wrestle as a tribute to the passing of his brother. So we had Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal in the main event of Dynamite. This was an emotional match, a really fun match too. A lot of fun. And I have to say to Mark Briscoe, to my surprise, he kept his emotions pretty well in check, I thought. Jay Lethal clearly was emotional from the moment. Yeah, the moment he came out, it was just like, holy shit, I'm crying my eyes out here.
I wanted to pat Jay Lethal on the back, tell him it's like, it'll be okay. Like when he came out, I felt so bad for him.
Sanjay hugs him and then he goes down, and it was just, I mean, but it's shows how much he cares, right? Mark wins at the end. The AEW locker room comes out, salutes Mark, and they put a big picture on the Tron of Jay Briscoe.
Wasn't it all the Ring of Honor alumni that came out? It wasn't the AEW locker room. It was all the Ring of Honor.
I
alumni
thought that,
room.
but I didn't look into it that closely because I thought, did I see like Evil Uno on there? And I'm like, was he Ring of Honor? I don't remember.
Oh, you know what? It's a little bit everybody.
I don't know.
Joe was out of character because he was smiling.
It was probably whoever wanted to be there because Evil Uno was there. He never did. He was never in Ring of Honor. So
I saw some of the Dark Order guys, Silver, so it was like, I don't know, but
there were definitely too many people chopping onions in my house to notice who was out there.
I thought this was really well done, guys. What do you think?
It was good. It was needed. It'll be interesting to see if Mark shows up anymore or if it was a one-shot deal. Right. Did either of you get a chance to watch the Mark versus Jay match from the first Jericho cruise that I posted on our socials?
I'm about 10 minutes into it.
Okay.
I don't know how much longer it goes.
It's probably another 5 or 10 minutes. But
okay. I saw Jay hit Mark with a flip-flop.
Yep.
That was fun. And then a beer can and do you remember who the female announcer was?
SoCal Val.
Okay. So she said like Jay hits Mark with the beer can and she was like, I think I'm kind of turned on now.
Yeah.
It's like, that was kind of a funny one. But then there was some really good stuff with like the chair and the turnbuckle and a reversal and like head first thing. So man, everything I saw, I was like, yeah, this is fun.
Joe?
I was watching it, but I did not get to their match yet because I started watching it from the beginning.
Oh,
I know you told me. I know you told me to.
I timestamped it.
Where you timestamped it, but I wanted to see the whole event because I thought it was cool that Ring of Honor was on the 2018 cruise. So I was watching it, and then I got interrupted. And I watched it interrupted, so I haven't got to that match yet.
Well, NXT turned it down, and that's why it was Ring of Honor.
That's right.
And then AEW, and that cruise, there was a Talk is Jericho with Jim Ross, and that was when the rumors were started that Jim Ross and Jericho were going to start a promotion.
Oh, okay.
And
right,
then,
because
you know,
it was
obviously-
2018 and 2019 was when they had the Vegas and Jacksonville press conferences.
And then on the Jericho cruise, the part 2 in 2020, which 3 years ago, I was just getting home from that cruise. And that's when they did Dynamite from the boat. And I'm getting ready to leave Wednesday to head to Miami for the 4-leaf clover. So I will not be on the show. And I'm sure people everywhere are rejoicing that I won't be here next week. But it's going to be a great event. I'm going to try to, get some footage, vlog a little. And I was looking today at the talent that's going to be on here. And while it's not all A-listers, it's still going to be fun. It's, Swerve and Jade Cargill and Eddie Kingston and The Acclaim, Nyla Rose. My favorites, Luther and Serpentico, they will be there.
Awesome.
The Lucha Bros, Ricky Starks, Jungle Boy, which I find interesting because I know firsthand he was not happy on the second cruise.
Jungle
he
Boy?
He was annoyed that he had to be places at certain times. Like the schedules were very regulated. Like he had to be places. Ortiz, Danhausen's going to be there, which should be fun. Comedian Brad Williams, Matt Cardona, Nick Gage.
I know who he is.
They're going to do a podcast about the death matches. Nick Aldis is going to be there. Moose, Hacksaw, Brutus the Barber, Beefcake.
Oh, that's great.
Mike Rotunda, Dan Lambert, Rocky Romero, the Boogeyman.
Wow.
Wait, you said there wasn't going to be any A-listers there. You've named all A-listers. What are you talking about?
Oh, wait. The A-list of A-list. Are you ready? Ariane Andrew.
Who is? Oh! That's Cameron.
Yep.
Cameron. It's Melina versus
Melina
Fox.
versus yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn.
So ODB's
3-minute time limit.
It's going to be a great trip, and I'm looking forward to drinking a lot because that's what you do. Pat Patterson Memorial Karaoke every night until 1:30. Are you going to do it? I'm going to try. I've got my song down to 2.
What is it?
Can you reveal? We could do a Twitter poll to vote on which song the fans want you to do, or what do you think?
I'm gonna stay with Friends in Low Places because it's a great song.
Yeah,
and it's a good sing-along song.
It is.
And then the second one, and I think you'll know it's a pretty well-known song. When I was a kid, MTV would do the top 100 videos of the year, New Year's Eve day, and I would sit there with my VCR and just record videos. And the one that I always was looking forward to the most was the Georgia Satellites. Keep your hands to yourself.
Oh yeah, don't feed me no lines.
So that might be something.
That's
fun. Bon Jovi's always an option.
Yeah.
So and it'll be at like 1:00 in the morning. So I'm looking forward to our friends of the show. We Are Wasted are going to be performing. They have 2 sets. I'm excited to see them. I don't know if they'll do our old theme song, but we'll give it a try. Chris Jericho Cruise. You can still book a cabin if you're so interested. There are a couple cabins left, and you can get one. It's 4 days away from the greatest vacation of your life. And and wait till you see the short set I have. Oh, this is like next level. Kevin, when him and I went to Vegas, I had the oranges.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yep.
This one, maybe a little more legendary because it comes with a bucket hat.
Oh, maybe it's tangerines.
It's not fruit related at all.
Oh, okay.
But it's going to be a great time. And Kevin, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Where are you?
I am in the mean streets of Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, that is neat.
By ways of a hotel.
It's nice of you to join the team building exercise that
Yeah, your team building exercise and ditched us.
Well,
this is the team building exercise.
I hate to tell you, but you've been voted off the island, and we put out your flame, whatever the hell. I don't watch.
Oh yeah, how did that?
I was going to say I was with the B team. Now I'm with the A team, but
Oh, okay. You upgraded. I see. What you
Yeah.
did
Okay,
there.
so you got Face, B.A. Baracus, and Hannibal. Which one is which?
Oh,
Well,
And
wait,
he's frozen.
who's B.A. Baracus?
Probably
I'm
you.
not touching that one.
Me.
Yeah,
Four?
you're B.A. Baracus. I'll go with Face, and Brian, you can be Hannibal.
I say none of us have quite the tan to be that, but
And
nevertheless,
Kevin, you're Murdoch.
Well, I'm going to the Bahamas next week,
Yeah,
so I
that's
may
true.
come back with a nice tan.
excellent.
Well, they do call me Mr. T at school. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
built in. I get that. But yeah, Kevin is here, and Kev, let's bring you on first to talk about you and your family attending SmackDown last Friday night at the LCA in Detroit. Tell us about the experience. How did you like it? How the family like it? All that fun stuff.
Yeah, so we were very lucky, right? We got to go in my company suite, live in
Ballin'.
the sweet life. My son is very spoiled when it comes to going to live events. Outside of course, the Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana. No, it was a fantastic show. I thought the crowd was extremely hot, or at least live. I have recorded it, and the only part I have watched live back is when Kevin Owens came through the crowd, which the crowd popped so good. Brett loves the action, right? That's his biggest thing. He loves it, and there's a lot of wrestling. There's a lot of backstage, with Roman Reigns, and a lot of he thought the Firefly Funhouse was fun. Because I asked him on the way out, I'm like, "What'd you think?" He's like, "I liked it when they wrestled," and I'm like, "What was your favorite part?" He's like, I don't remember, because like tag team matches are more methodical, right? They're not like true nonstop spot fest. But the Usos, the dark match, Usos versus Street Profits was phenomenal.
Oh,
it was
cool.
Every
so
time. Every time.
But yeah, it was packed. Like everywhere seemed like every seat was filled. So
They made a big deal about it on TV too. They were like, 14,000 plus in attendance tonight in Detroit. So it looked busy.
The real question is, Kevin, did you buy a belt?
I did not.
Did you buy a shirt?
I bought Brett a Roman Reigns plush.
Aw.
Oh, come on. You got to buy a shirt.
He's got to go against.
I bought two.
He's got to go against the Cody plush, possibly, that Brian got me.
A possible WrestleMania preview at Kevin's house in Fort Wayne. I love it.
I feel like the rule should be from now on, if you go to a live event, you have to buy a shirt.
Yeah, it was. I almost so that when they pop open the QR code and it's like the special event shirt. It was Red Wings logo, and it had SmackDown. It had like a very cool design. Logged in. I
was there.
But it didn't say like I was there. It just showed like the date, all that crap. With fees and everything, it was like $42. I was like, okay, I'll try. But they were all sold out.
Did they have the Detroit 316 shirt that they have for every city?
I did not see it. No.
Wow.
They had to have had it.
Half the stuff in the merch was all Roman Reigns. They had Roman Reigns foam finger, Roman Reigns 2
What about the Cody American Nightmare Wolf shirt? Because that thing sold out quickly in Nashville.
Yeah.
I went to 2 merch, no Cody gear.
Cody's when I went to Raw when he's been there. So
when I went to SmackDown,
I guess that makes sense.
When I went to SmackDown a few months ago, and the merch was, it was honorary Oos, acknowledge your daddy. It was the Cody shirt. So they definitely have limited what goes to live events. And of course they have that one with the roster, and it just says I was there on the back. So we'll let you slide this time, Kevin. But since Joe just made the new rule that anytime you go to a wrestling event, and I'll start because I'm going to the Jericho Cruise next week. I don't know if you heard. I will buy some merch there. They have a really cool. We're getting to see Jericho and Danhausen versus the Ass Boys, and they have a Jericho Hausen shirt that's only available on the boat. So I'm pretty pumped for that.
Dude, could you get me one of those? I will definitely pay for that. I need a Jericho Hausen limited edition shirt.
But you weren't there.
It doesn't matter. You said it's only for the crew. No one will care. Like 10 years from now, no one will care that
Hey,
I will
They don't
care.
Wow.
We'll see. We'll see
That'll
what
be,
I do.
that'll be
Not
a
enough
big
people care
reveal
about
for
me
next
now.
week.
No,
We'll
2
find
weeks.
out.
I won't be here next week. I'll be
Right.
on the Jericho cruise. I don't know
Right.
if you heard. Oh.
But how about this? But I will buy a shirt when I return back to Fort Wayne House Show early
Yes.
April. Officially going.
That's a house shows are the best.
They are.
I was
so much
actually
fun.
I was actually looking at going to that because it's the Saturday.
You should
Yes.
go.
Oh, look
So
at
it's
that.
only a 2-hour drive.
Right, for you, it's not
Yeah,
that
Brian,
should
you
go.
know the drive. We did it.
Yeah.
You can stay at a
in
hotel
July.
in Fort Wayne.
Oh,
I would
you
drive.
my
They're all,
house in
they're all
Fort
sold
Wayne.
out, Jay. There's no way you're getting a hotel in Fort Wayne on
Yeah.
a Saturday night.
What
That's
is
rule
the-
number one.
What does the Fort Wayne Civic Center hold? Like 4,000 people?
No. It's where like
Is that where the Fort
Minor-
Wayne Mad Ants play?
Yeah. Mad Ants,
I just bought
minor
a
league
Mad.
hockey.
I just bought a Mad Ants shirt
Nice.
yesterday. Yeah, I love
Did
the
you,
Mad
did
Ants.
you really?
But you didn't
Yeah,
go
I
to a Mad
did.
Ants game. You weren't there.
Right? Yeah, you weren't there. Everyone will know 10 years from now that
It's
you were
not
there.
a Mad.
Yeah, wait a
But the
second.
difference is the Mad Ants shirt that I bought, not an exclusive.
Okay, that's all right. That is the difference.
like my exclusive Lansing Lugnut shirts.
Oh,
Let's just say this:
classic.
if I go and if I bring Jessica, I have to get ringside because
Yes,
she
you
needs
do.
first row or nothing.
Yeah,
And I
make
was
it
look-
happen.
I was
So
like,
we'll see you
since
there.
since I've had like 2 days of snow days, I was actually looking up
You should do it.
events, and I saw the Fort Wayne one. I was going to wait till tonight to say I'm thinking about it.
I can't wait to see your highlight video after you go to that one.
Oh right,
Well,
I still have
Joey,
the
I would
sign. I'll
say-
just make it darker.
I will say
Please
this.
do. It's not on TV. There's no reason to make a
I don't
sign.
give a
That's
crap.
true. Maybe it'll be
Joe,
on their
I-
social media. Maybe we'll see.
Cody, right? 99% of the chance won't be there because it's SmackDown related, but there's a large chance that you could sit right next to Downstate in the front row.
Yes.
Still.
Yeah.
Well,
Possibly.
they have 2 different VIP experiences. Number one is the superstar experience, where you get a meet and greet with the superstar, you get the chair, all that good stuff.
Billy
And
Smith
the
runs
second-
the VIP program. He's great.
And the second one was the entrance, where you're on the ring side, like where they enter, but you get a chance to actually get music played, and you get to enter the ring and pose
Nice.
inside the ring. So
Oh.
the entrance
Well-
one is like $100 less than the superstar meet and greet. So it's like, which
Well-
one would I choose?
Well, you know what, Joe? Another place that you can do that entrance access is WWE WrestleMania access. And by the way, Brian, do you know if you're coming to WrestleMania yet?
Ooh, boy. My wife's W-2 just came in the mail today, which by the
All
way,
right.
these companies do just in the mail. Like I downloaded mine
You
2
have to.
weeks ago.
Do you have to down? I downloaded mine like 2 weeks ago too.
Yeah, like
so.
I'm like, they mail it out still? Okay. So
Does she get a check
I-
in the mail every 2 weeks too?
I went
No,
for
she
this
doesn't.
because I care about the
very
environment.
puzzling. Very
Brian,
puzzling.
Were you the one that refused to do direct deposit back in the
Yes.
day?
Yes.
I thought so. Brian
Yeah.
refused direct deposit.
I
did.
love the fact that Brian is skirting the question to talk about taxes during this time.
Well, no,
IRS
because
says, answer the question.
it was related that yes, once we find out the tax return, and now I can actually schedule that appointment.
I
with the tax
skillfully connected the dots to
Yes.
Joe's VIP experience to whether or not Brian is coming to WrestleMania.
return. Yes.
So
Yeah.
we've talked we're way off. Can we get back on track?
Yeah. It's all good, guys.
Answer the question, Brian. Answer the question.
Hey,
He was
Raw
there backstage
30.
on Monday night.
Yeah,
there.
Hey, I'll see him
taking
on-
all of Corbin's money.
I'll see him next week on the Jericho Cruise. I don't know if you
That's
heard. I'm
right.
going.
Always pay your
he's part
taxes.
of, is it Podcast of the 80s? What?
Yeah, Hacksaw, Brutus, and Mike Rotunda. Speaking of
There you
Brutus
go.
Beefcake, Brian, did you give Ryan the Barber his?
I did.
And
Oh,
How do
he
you- how do-
loved it.
Yeah?
He
Cool.
yeah, he was like he was like, "Oh, this is awesome." And then
Jason is the greatest gift
He
giver
was-
ever.
he
was
was
right.
showing he was showing his like barber friend who like probably isn't into wrestling at all, but like there's a wrestler. See, he is a wrestler, and he got me like a barber kit because he was a barber, and you're trying to
It was that little grooming kit. It was Bruce
Yeah.
the Barber
Oh.
logo.
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
All good things, guys. All right, but yeah, let's get back on track. Saturday night, the Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas, the Royal Rumble. We'll always look forward to the Rumble. Last year was kind of a dud, so this year hopefully will be much better. I'm very confident it will be.
Can we start with the most anticipated match of the night, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match?
Oh yes.
Can we get that? Oh wait. Okay, Brian, did you get it too?
Yes.
All right. So breaking down the fourth wall, I went to 6 gas stations trying to find this, and I couldn't find it, but I did find this. Major Melon.
Oh.
And then
listen, Major Guns. This isn't a
and then-
WCW event.
Right.
Doesn't count.
And then what's crazy, I looked in the Coke section for a Diet Coke to take home, and I found this, and I was like, "Yeah,
Hey,
found it.
you do have it.
Yeah.
Were you just ribbing us on the text there? Oh,
Of course.
okay.
I did go to 6 gas stations, but
Oh my god!
I found it on the 6th one, which was going to be my last stop. So because of that led to our dinner tonight being KFC because it was next door to the gas station. So,
Hey,
so
knock it
I
out.
went to one place.
fuck you. So this is a big thing, this Pitch Black match. So I had this idea that we should do a Mountain Dew Pitch Black taste test.
Mhm,
Now,
mhm.
do we want to do one at a time, or do we want to do all 4 at once?
All 4 at once.
I think all 4 at once
All
because
4
we
at
don't want
once
anybody
because
else
we're
to
already over on
influence
time.
us. Yeah.
We're already
All right.
over on time.
So
let's hear
none of us got the 0, right? We all got the
No,
regular.
I saw it, but I got the
I
regular.
wanted the 0, but they didn't have it where I was
All
at.
right. So we are opened. Don't
is the
smell it.
diesel.
Don't do anything.
Okay.
Don't smell it. Don't do anything.
It smells awful.
All right. Are we ready?
I've poured it. It is black. Yes, it is. Oh, it's more purple actually in this light.
All
That's
right.
weird.
Oh.
All right.
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, drink, and then you drink on drink. Okay. 1, 2, 3, drink.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, the internet says that I shill for WWE and they can do no wrong. So I love it.
It's actually not
I'm
as
gonna
bad
be-
as I thought it would be.
I'm gonna be honest. It's freaking awful.
It's I don't drink Mountain Dew,
I don't
I
either.
don't like Mountain
often,
Dew to begin with, but this is
but-
like super sweet.
but it is very sweet.
It
kinda-
contains 0% juice.
I feel like it
It
I
actually
feel like
says
it's
that.
what like Fanta grape would taste like.
What?
See, that's
So-
the thing. It feels like it's tricking me because I'm seeing grape, but when I'm tasting it, I'm tasting like a citrus. So
Yeah.
Well,
it's
it
like
is.
it's
Read the
blowing my
label. Read it.
mind a little bit.
So what we've learned in this taste test, 3 of us know to talk positive about WWE and their corporate partners. 1 of us does not.
Well,
I am
hey,
just.
there's
I'm
something
sorry.
to say about honesty, I guess, right?
So Joe's more
I'm
like
looking forward to the match, but this is way too sweet for me. I'm not a big pop fan anyway. The only pop I drink is
Soda.
Dr. Pepper. So
Soda.
I'm from
So-
Michigan. It's called pop, but it's too sweet for me. That's why I was looking for the 0 sugar because I know Mountain Dew is very sweet to begin with.
so
Go ahead,
fill in
Kevin.
the blank. Fill in the blank. Uncle
Howdy.
Howdy.
Duty.
Neighbor?
That's what Joe thinks it is. Duty.
Wow.
I knew you were going with that.
I didn't know where you're
Because-
doing with that.
What the
Well,
fuck are you guys talking about?
I feel like I've known
Wow.
Kevin longer, so it's like
well, no shit, you've known Kevin longer.
This is the thing. I don't think it's that bad. It kind of tastes flat.
it's too sweet. It's
But
too
I feel
sweet.
that Mountain Dew overall kind of has that flat, like not extremely fizziness.
See, I'm
It's a-
tasting fizzy Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Fizzy
It-
grape
it-
Kool-Aid.
Okay, this is what it tastes like to me. It tastes like a super carbonated, like Purple Source Rex Kool-Aid from
Yeah,
the 80s.
citrus
If you
punch
remember
it says
that.
on here. Yeah,
Do you remember
Wow.
Purple Source Rex Kool-Aid?
the name rings a bell.
It tastes like that mixed with like, New York Celtics, clearly Canadian. It's very carbonated.
Yeah.
Well,
So let's get to the match.
Yeah,
It's not for me.
it's LA Knight
Yeah.
versus Bray Wyatt. The winner gets a lifetime supply of Mountain Dew Pitch Black. I believe that's the stipulation.
I think so.
Yeah. Did we see maybe we
So
saw a little
there are
glimpse
no winners.
of there are no winners here. Maybe we saw a little glimpse of what the match will look like, because it's like it was kind of dark when Bray came out with the blue lights. Maybe that's how it's going to look.
I think it's going to be a spotlight, a roaming spotlight.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, let me talk to you. What's your pick for this one?
There's absolutely no way Bray loses, but
yeah,
I do think LA Knight is still going to come out strong. That's the thing. You can't bury him. If it wasn't for Taker doing it on Monday, at first I was like, okay, he's out there going to call out. And Taker came out. I'm like, okay, he can't get buried. That segment I thought worked perfect, right? LA Knight got his thing in. I still think both of them will come out strong there, but there's no way that Bray loses. No way.
Kevin, Brian found out what Undertaker said to Bray.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We were trying to start a little game.
I thought he said, "Where's the beef?" and D's nuts. But Brian actually found out. He has insiders.
We do have some sources, and they were able to extrapolate the audio to boost it up. And I was able to get that footage here. Let's take a look at this, Kevin, here one more time.
Technology's insane.
And the Kings are in first place over the reigning champ Warriors. Or one more.
Jason is not one to mess with. He is so much better than I am.
I thought
there you have it.
That's wife Sarah.
Who knows?
Wow.
But the things you find out on this show.
I don't know.
Jay,
I have no idea about anything in this match. I do know that I'm curious if like vodka would make this taste a little better.
I can't go wrong.
I think so. I actually think it would.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll hit another 6 gas stations Saturday afternoon, and maybe I'll see if I can hit it up with some. No, I'm not going to do that. I can't even believe I keep drinking this now because I'm out of water. But I don't know what's going to happen. I just hope it doesn't suck. I hope it's not the zombies again. Because remember, the last time they did an integration, it was that zombie.
That's
match.
right.
Because of the Batista movie on Netflix.
That's right.
Movie was great. Match was not great.
No.
Zombies. Joe?
Oh, Bray Wyatt wins, but LA Knight will still be a fan favorite. Even as a heel, people are still going to be all about him. So moving on.
It's going to be like Uncle Howdy shenanigans or something like that that'll cause Bray to get the win. So
Alexa Bliss shenanigans, perhaps.
No, I think Uncle Howdy's going to show up for the next match we're going to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Alexa and Bianca. It's Dark Alexa doing her thing on this, and I'm ready for her to take the championship. I think Bianca needs a little bit of a reset. She's kind of done her thing for quite a while now. Let's give evil Alexa a run, see what happens. That's my pick.
I agree with you. But if that happens, I do see Bianca going in the Rumble. I know the heavy favorite on that. Because you saw Bianca and Charlotte, a little rundown, a little showdown on Monday night.
That's true.
So that could definitely happen. But I feel like Alexa, when she came back with her new music, it felt stale. Slowly with the darker side. Like I thought her looking in the mirror was great. It was a very weird camera shot with like the outlet on the wall. I don't know why I kept on staring at that stupid outlet when Alexa was talking. But this version of Alexa, I thought the last little bit, especially the last few weeks, has been strong. I just don't want to see her lose and then go to the back of the line, become stale again.
It was like an electrical outlet?
Yeah, like a 3-prong.
That's what you took away from that.
Do you think that was like foreshadowing The Rock coming back because he's the most electrifying man?
Wow, you're reaching.
I'm looking for Easter eggs, guys. Okay, that's all. All right.
So what you're saying is Alexa Bliss and The Rock are going to team up
It's
and
a
do
mixed match challenge.
at WrestleMania.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
No
think
one
Bianca-
would have predicted that.
I think Bianca retains. Let her go a year as champ. Pretty genius move on Triple H's behalf to send her to the Chiefs Jaguars game 2 weeks ago. Pretty genius move.
What?
Yes, it was.
Okay, yeah. TK. Yeah.
Because of Jaguars. I
Okay.
thought that was genius too. Like,
Why was she there?
Was
Was she promoting a show or something?
They were just there because Triple H was
why
the
not?
smartest man in wrestling.
Look at that. Okay.
It was who was it? It was Montez Ford and Bianca going to that game while
and they've got this
Dawkins was.
They got a Hulu reality show coming, so I'm sure that has something to do with it.
No, I think it was the Jaguars. You know what? We'll choose the Chiefs. I think it was a brilliant move as well.
I was at a wing place eating before a wrestling show, and I'm like, God, I just want the Jags to lose because I'm so tired of these people on the internet thinking they're funny. Be like, if the Jaguars win, do you think WWE will send them a title?
Yeah, they definitely
shut up.
When I saw I laughed.
I was more annoyed with the Jags not as a wrestling fan, but as a Lions fan because the Lions whooped the Jags and they made the playoffs and the Lions didn't. So that was my bitterness.
Okay.
But
we're not doing the picks anymore, Joe. Calm down.
For this match, I'm going with Bianca because it's got to be set up for her to go to Mania as a champ. Okay. So,
all right, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. We're back at it. I mean, I can't see Roman losing. I can't, but is there some sort of Sammy shenanigans where he has to come back at the Rumble PLE and something happens? So there is a touch of doubt, excuse me. But I'd still, until Roman loses, I'm always picking Roman.
This one, of course, it's going to be Roman. It just doesn't matter, though, to me because the stories have been so good.
Yeah, right.
So just give me a good story.
There's, in my opinion, the buildup to basically every match minus the Rumbles has been great. Usually the Rumble matches for me are way above and beyond every other match on the show, right? But yeah, Kevin Owens has been brilliant. Sammy is going to do something to one of them, and it's going to be brilliant. But yeah, I think Roman retains.
Roman retains, and Sammy helps him retain, and to be continued later. But yeah, I'm sorry. I love Kevin Owens. I would love to see him as champion, but not going into Mania in LA. He's not big enough.
Not the time.
Well,
it sure would be a lot of fun. True. So now we get to the 2 Royal Rumble matches. And we did this last year. It's a little game we play called Royal Rumble Rapid Fire because there's so much going on at the Royal Rumble. Let's just knock out some questions.
I don't remember this at all.
I do. And
I thought it was WrestleMania. We did this.
It was like, who will eliminate the most women in the match? Who will last the longest? Who will get the most?
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, that's exactly right.
So, Brian, are you going to keep track of these answers so that you can talk about it next week on the show?
Yeah, we could do that.
I won't be here.
I won't be able to.
I'll be on the Jericho cruise. I won't be here.
It is rapid fire. So
wait, why don't you let us know that?
I'll be in the Bahamas.
Where you're going to get a Jericho Housen shirt?
And not one for
maybe
Joe.
Even 2. It's buy one, get one.
2.
Buy one, get one. And he's throwing the other one in the ocean.
It's an event exclusive. That would be a fun video.
I got it for you, Joe. Whoops, the wind took it.
But I think I would get put into prison jail for throwing stuff off my balcony. So
probably shouldn't do that.
And that's I'm not going to do that for the video. You guys are cool, but you ain't that cool.
I get it. All right, so questions, 10 questions for each of the 3 of you guys. 60 seconds to answer, so you don't have a lot of time to think about it. And we are ready. Who would like to go first? It doesn't matter. I've got 30 questions ready to go.
I am Mountain Dew Pitch Black, ready to go.
Love it. All right.
Is this game brought to you by Mountain Dew Pitch Black? I mean, we all have it.
It is now. All right, I'm going to
let's go.
him up. All right, 3, 2, 1. Will we see a WWE Hall of Famer in the Women's Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Does Riddle enter the Men's Rumble?
Yes.
Who will have more eliminations between Gunther or Omos?
Gunther.
What women will be the number 1 entrant?
Dewdrop.
What man will be the 30 entrant? Number 30.
Kurt Angle.
Will Vince appear at the Rumble?
No.
What woman will have the longest time in the Rumble?
Rhea.
What man will have the shortest time in the Rumble? 10 seconds.
Our truth.
Who wins the Women's Royal Rumble? 5, 4. Who wins the Women's Royal Rumble?
Rhea Ripley.
Time. You know, like
I was at the buzzer.
you did, but you didn't get number 10. Number 10 was who wins the Men's Rumble. So
Let him have it.
Who cares?
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. You got to think quickly.
I'm going to win the men's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I'm flying to San Antonio before I fly to Miami for the Jericho.
Oh my God. Oh.
I will go next.
But no, Jay, yeah, who do you have? Because that's fun to look
I don't know. I mean, look, the obvious choice is, I mean, if it's Roman or not Roman, if it's Cody or the Field,
Mm-hmm.
sadly, I have to go with Cody. I don't want to go with Cody. It's too predictable.
It's
Okay.
too predictable.
I agree.
Which
Yeah,
is-
but I wanted
You
to
never
happen.
know.
I
But you
hope it's
never
the
know.
Field. I hope it's
I
the
hope
Field.
it's Cody.
All right.
Well, of course you do. Says the guy that bought the Austin 316 shirt, the Macho Man shirt, the Cody shirt, that guy, the front runner. Of course you think you want Cody to win. Okay, I'm done. Let's go.
Hater.
All right.
Hater.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Gold.
You don't want that shirt out? I guess you don't want that shirt after all.
I do.
Coming down.
Do
in
you want the
three,
t-shirt? Yes.
3, 2, 1. Will we see a WWE Hall of Famer in the Men's Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Will Naomi enter the Women's Royal Rumble?
No.
What women will have the most eliminations in the Rumble?
I'm gonna say Rhea Ripley.
Will a non-wrestling celebrity like Johnny Knoxville, for example, appear in either Rumble?
Yes.
Will anyone from New Japan appear in the Men's Rumble?
Yes.
Whoa.
What number will Cody enter the Rumble?
14.
Will Ronda Rousey be in the Women's Royal Rumble?
I hope not.
What woman will be number 30 in the Rumble?
That would be Dewdrop.
That's good. Who wins the
copy
Women's
me.
Royal Rumble?
Rhea Ripley.
Who wins the Men's Royal Rumble?
Cody.
Time. 5 seconds left. Good job. All right. That's funny. Yeah, Dewdrop was number 1 for Jay and number 30 for Joe. So
I couldn't think of anyone, so I
Neither could
decided
I.
to go with
That's-
Dewdrop.
the only 2 people in the Women's Royal Rumble are Rhea Ripley and Dewdrop. It's
We want
actually a
Dewdrop.
one-on-one match for the Royal Rumble.
Dewdrop's been posting some big cleavage pictures lately, wearing like heavy metal shirts, like Metallica and Megadeth. It's crazy.
Who's number 30? Kelly.
All right.
Stop
well,
it, Tori Wilson.
Wonderful.
I got it done in
wonderful.
less than 60 seconds, so I'm happy about
Yeah, I
that.
just
did
don't
good.
care. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
All right,
Kevin, are you ready?
Hold up.
Sip of
Now he's ready. Let's go.
sip of
Let's
Pitch
go.
Black for courage. All right. 3,
Can I say? Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1. Will Sami Zayn enter the Men's Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Will Mercedes Moné enter the Women's Royal Rumble?
We'll go yes.
Will anyone break Curtis Axel's Royal Rumble length streak?
No.
It might still be going. Number 4, will any wrestler from Impact Wrestling be in either Royal Rumble?
No. Current.
What?
No.
Yeah, what man will be the number 1 entrant in the Royal Rumble?
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, what woman will have the shortest time in the Rumble?
Ooh, Emma.
What man from NXT will be in the Royal Rumble?
Ooh, Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, that's good. Will The Rock be in the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Who wins the Women's Royal Rumble?
Rhea Ripley.
Who wins the Men's Royal Rumble?
The Rock.
Oh, time 56 seconds. Nicely done.
And I was gonna say Cody, but I didn't want to say someone else. Or I
You did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock.
And
So,
what number will Dewdrop be in?
Hold up.
15.
Who's on the socks today?
Oh, look at that. Raise that eyebrow.
So somebody that was on this show when one of us were out said to me this week that he thinks that somebody from AEW is going to end up in the Rumble.
No. I mean, if anybody, it's Jericho would be the one guy.
Dustin Rhodes.
I thought I said no. I said no way. But if for the sake of this conversation, yeah, I'd say Dustin Rhodes or Billy Gunn.
Oh,
Dustin's the only one. In my opinion, Dustin's the only one that makes sense.
I don't think it's going to happen, but
I don't either.
Dustin's saying he's about ready to retire, so maybe you have one last thing like that. Okay,
it was Doc. It was Doc.
Yeah, giveaway.
All right, can we wrap this up? We've been going talking. Is there anything else? I think we're done.
No, that's it, guys. Enjoy the Royal Rumble Saturday night. Thank you guys all so much. Of course, youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast, at That WrestlePod on the socials. Jay, have a safe and fun trip on the Jericho cruise. Can't wait to hear all about it.
I'm going.
You certainly are. And cabins still remain.
Cabins still remain
at the box office.
Kevin.
T-shirts are available for Joe. All right, guys. Whatamaneuver.net is the merchandise. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. Enjoy wrestling. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3. That's it.